You've been told that God is inside of you. Now what? I'm the biblical mystic. I help you move from religious dependency into divine maturity by accessing and awakening your God mind. Okay? So, you're learning to become and express this God that's inside of you, your own divinity. The question, though, becomes, how do I access it? How do I work with it? What is its actual position? What is my actual position in this kingdom? So I like to look at myself as the ambassador, right? I'm the voice of my kingdom. I am the face of my kingdom. I am the authority. I'm the spokesperson. I represent my kingdom. I represent the God that is inside of me. I represent the God, the power, the kingdom, whatever title you want to put on it. I represent that. It's my face that you see. You don't see an actual God. You see me. You don't see anything else. How I think, the decisions I make, how I move in this world are all reflections of that. Now, the problem for me, for my journey, was that I spent most of my life being taught and embedded into a teaching that all of my greatness was outside of me. That wasn't nothing good inside of me. I couldn't trust my heart. I couldn't trust me. So this became a challenge for me when I attempted to access this kingdom. Because listen, that voice will be talking to me. I will have different experiences, but I didn't trust myself, right? I'm doubting myself. That ain't happening. I'm talking myself off the cliff. I had to learn how to trust myself. I had to begin moving from that deficit, right? Because now I'm understanding I have power, I have authority, and I am able to utilize this stuff in this realm, in this world, and on demand. So I had to learn how, again, to move from this deficit, begin believing in myself, trusting myself, becoming more aware of myself, increasing my consciousness. I had to purge my weakness. I get on this camera and I be sweating. All right, so bear with me. I had to purge my weakness. I had to purge those parts of me that avoids doing what I know to do. I had to challenge that and purge it. I had to acknowledge my resistance to my divinity. That was a big one. I had to stop, and I'm still learning, right? This is an ongoing process. You don't do it one time. This is an ongoing process. Talking that voice that tell me I can't do something, when I'm being pulled to go higher, and that thing that says, Because the truth is, we're bringing ourselves under, our lower nature under subjection, right? It's been ruling, it's been doing what it want to do, and now we understand who we are, and we trying to take authority in our life. That part of us don't want to go nowhere. It like its position. We've been feeding it with our fear, right? We've been feeding it with our doubt, and it don't want to go hungry. It don't want to go hungry. It wants to live. It wants to eat. So we have to challenge these parts of ourselves, though, because this is how we come into our own truth, right? Everybody has their own God, or their own version of God that is being expressed to them. And it doesn't look exactly like mine. I know they try to make it a cookie cutter, but it's not, right? We may have similarities, but everybody is not going to have the same exact experience with God. That's just not going to happen, right? So we ultimately are learning our truth so we can live this truth, we can be it, and incorporate this into our life. That's what it means to learn your divinity, right? Learn how to walk in your power. Learn how to access this God version of you. And again, I'm going to say it, learn how to access it daily, right? Learn how to access it daily. You don't have to have a hit and miss with it. You don't have to. If you do the work, if you allow yourself to grow and expand into this truth. So you're learning your divinity. You're learning to be the God in your life. And this version does not happen just because, you read a book and now you think it. You have to put it into action. You have to become it. And this means you're going to have to learn how to trust yourself. You're going to have to learn how to follow through. You have to learn to think on a higher level. Your awareness will have to increase. Your consciousness will have to expand. Ultimately, the highest version of you, the God version of you, has to take control of your weaker version. The part of you that's been programmed and conditioned to doubt. The part of you that's been programmed and conditioned to think the worst. The part of you that's been programmed and conditioned to think of God and your experience in this life in that little box. It has to be expanded if you want to live in your divinity fully. You now have to do the work to override that program. All right, loves. I love y'all. If you need help with any of this stuff, check the bio, check the link. I got you. All right.